All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Give honor some other apostles of the millstone. Peace and salutations to members of the elect, Bachar in the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined to be delivered in these last times and to be the ruling governing body of the nation Yasha'Allah. Okay, and as you can see, our recession indicators are flashing red, says economist David Rosenberg. And this place, Babylon, is falling. We're heading to another great recession, a great depression. All right, ultimately, this place will be destroyed soon, but prior to that, an economic collapse will fall. Okay, martial law will be all out chaos, and then World War III, and then Yahushua's return. These are biblical prophecies that will soon come to pass. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna play this.
Okay, so even though the Dow closed at another record high, our next guest is warning that he's seeing some recession indicators flashing red. David Rosenberg runs Rosenberg Research. I want you to really dive deep into the specifics here, David, because as we said, PCE came in where it's expected. You've got unemployment holding steady at 4.3%. You have some earnings reports that have surprised to the upside, even if stock performance has failed to follow suit. So where are you seeing warnings?
Well, for one thing, you're talking about earnings for the last quarter, which is in the rearview mirror. It's interesting to me that you're seeing the stock market go up, and yet earnings estimates for the rest of the year have actually started to come down over the course of the past couple of months. And there's been no change from the analysts for 2025. So this has been purely multiple expansion related. And you mentioned the consumer, and yeah, the consumer is really exceeding expectations. There's no doubt about it. But we have this wide divide right now that's really incredible, because real personal disposable income, after-tax income in real terms, is growing 1% over the past year, and your real consumer spending running almost 3% over the past year. So the fallout from that is we're seeing this relentless decline in the personal savings rate. This time last year, the savings rate was already pretty low at 4.5%. Today, it's 2.9. It's only been this low in the past 5% of the time. It's a 1 in 20 event. So I look at the consumer, I know what you're saying, but it's really the consumer spending report, I would say, is a low quality report, because it's not being generated by real income growth. It's been generated by a continued drawdown of the savings rate to historically low levels. And when we talk about the recession, we've seen recession in real capital spending. The industrial sector is in recession, and the housing market has rolled back into recession. These aren't the biggest components of GDP. Of course, that's the consumer. But there are segments of the economy that are operating below the zero line. Admittedly, not the consumer ... Not yet. As for your comment on the unemployment rate, it's not stable at all. It's gone up 80 basis points in the past year, and that's what's caught the eye of Jay Powell. That's the only reason why they're cutting interest rates, is they're concerned now that there's too much slack being built up in the jobs market. So that's the story, is that you're not seeing job loss, but the unemployment rate is going up, and Powell's already told us that is the most important statistic for him right now.
So, David, do you think that the
story is that you're not seeing job
more consumers showing stress? Okay, unemployment is going up. A lot of people are getting laid off. The housing market is crumbling. Okay, especially out here where I'm at the West Coast. All these things is affecting the economy, and then the migrant crisis that's going on. This is just order out of chaos, okay? And more things will happen, all right? More things are going to accumulate, and it's going to cause this place as it is to spiral even more downhill, all right, into a total collapse, Like the Most High is truly getting this place like chess, like, he's truly getting this place brick by brick. He's tearing it down, all right?
Loss, but the unemployment rate is going up, and Powell's already told us that is the most important statistic for him right now.
So, David, do you think that the Fed is behind the curve on this, or do you think that this was unavoidable? Just a two-pronged answer. And do you think that the recession, whether we're in one now or there's one that's coming, do you think that it's a first quarter next year issue or a fourth quarter this year?
Actually, let me get a scripture, okay. Hey, these people have no idea what's to come. All right, we're definitely in a recession. Okay, look at Ecclesiastes chapter 12, because the employment again, the unemployment rate is going up. People are getting laid off. Whole companies going out of business. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4 or 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders work. All right, grinders equals to work, and the grinders cease because they are few. No work. Companies going out of business. And then this whole thing with AI is taking over jobs, or soon they will replace people. All right, they soon will take people's jobs. All right. Now AI it can do so much things, man. And it's getting smarter and smarter by the day. All right. You're gonna have AI. They're talking about AI truckers, where they're self-driving trucks. So it's gonna get rid of so many jobs. Okay. This whole AI, that alone. Okay, and it's all being done by design. You see. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right, no hope, no future, no hope for this place, for this system, for this society, because this society is on its way out. Let me get this and I'll come right back. All right, let's go to 2nd Ezra, 6th chapter, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right, so this place is falling, and Jacob is the next up. Yeah, this society is going to fall, be destroyed, but that's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the earth. Like it says in Ecclesiastes, how the earth abideth forever. It's just the end of a society. Just like before the flood, it was a society back then. That was going on. It was a bunch of people all living on the planet. All right, and then the flood came, wiped those people out, only saved Noah and his sons and their wives, 8 souls, and then it restarted all over again. Same thing this time. All right. It's actually the 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter. It says, 8 verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Right. So this world is going to be destroyed. This earth. That means like this society that's on this earth. All right, which is Esau Edom society. Esau Edom, who is that? The so-called white man. All right, the biblical Edomite. Okay, and these elites, the ruling, governing, international banking families, their kingdom is gonna fall. All right, and they got a new world order agenda. They want to, ultimately wipe out a bunch of people, ship the masses. All right, have this NWO, but it's not gonna come to fruition. You see. So the next world to come, the kingdom of heaven is gonna be for few. That's the elect. That's going to be delivered, all right? And then you're going to have the 2/3 that's going to come back through the loins of the elect men, you see? But it's going to be a new kingdom, a new society that's going to vibrate off of a righteousness vibration, That's going to, that the laws, statutes, commandments, which is not implemented here, is going to be implemented in the kingdom, all right? A world where it's going to be nothing but, peace and happiness, even for the other nations. They're going to benefit off of it. The animals, all right? The trees, all right? This earth, it has to be cleansed, And ultimately, the best cleansing agent is the nuclear missiles, the fire, ultimately. All right? Fire is the best cleansing agent, which is going to come from that fire, which is going to come from the nuclear missiles, you see? So, let's go back,
Well, it's a no-brainer that the Fed's behind the curve, and
Actually, I didn't finish that scripture in Ecclesiastes. That was a spirit, but let's go back real quick. Excuse you for that, Salakia. So let's go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4. And it says, and the doors shall be shut in streets, right? These businesses, you know. And remember, 2020 got rid of a lot of mom and pop stores, a lot of businesses closed down. I saw in the recent news, Shake Shack is closing down like 4 locations, you know. CVS, all right, a lot of stores, malls have been closing down recently, all right. When the sound of the grinding is low, work, and he shall rise at the voice of the bird, right, your alarm clock, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, which it is extremely low now, you know. You got this whole drill music, which is demonic music, all right. All this music is just very low. All right, music is a vibration. It's supposed to uplift you and bring out certain emotions, but not demonic emotions, where you want to kill, steal, rob, all right, commit adultery, things of that nature, do drugs, destroy your body, you know. So let's go back to that video. All right, brace for a recession.
the yield curve, speaking of curves, I've been telling you that for quite a while. But Jay Powell told us that both at the last press conference after the July meeting and then last week at Jackson Hole, when he's talking about how the economy is normalized. Inflation has normalized to a very large extent, and the labor market is not just normalized, but there's more slack in the labor market now than it was before COVID. So is he behind the curve? Well, you know, everything is normal except the Fed funds rate. And the Fed's own admission in terms of where its guesstimate of where neutral is 2.75%. That is the normal interest rate for a normalized economy. And the normalized economy is what the Fed's talking about. And they've got the funds rate of 5 3/8%. So recession or not, of course they're behind the curve.
Hey, David, it's Tim. Thanks for joining us. I guess I share that view, and I share your view, at least, that recession-proof, your term, sectors or places to, at least to be thinking about. It's fascinating that it's a year where you've had a bit of a barbell already. I mean, there certainly has been a very defensive play to the market if you look at what's been going on with gold, what's been going on with healthcare, certainly what's going on with utilities. How do you characterize what you do from here on out? Because based upon the moves we've had in some of those defensive spaces, that's telling you, it certainly is a read on some of the things you're thinking. Have we missed the move in some of these sectors that are not terribly cheap at this point?
Well, of course, what happens in those defensive sectors is that they get re-rated when investors start to see the economy cooling off. And the economy is cooling off. It's not in recession right now, and I think the consensus is that it's not going to go into recession. But, you know, we have the supply side of the economy expanding over 4%, and GDP, which is what we all focus on, let's assume it's running at 2.5 to 3. That's what I'm talking about, is we're building up disinflationary slack in the economy. So I think what's happening here is that interest rates have been coming down. The Fed hasn't cut yet, but market rate, and they will continue to come down. So I would say that certainly the rate-sensitive sectors in this environment get re-rated with a higher multiple, and I expect that that's going to continue. What I call the bonds and drag, you mentioned utilities, which of course has defensive growth characteristics too. Bonds and drag in the stock market, so whether you're talking REITs or telecom services, utilities, yes, I think that they're very appropriate right now and being re-rated appropriately because of the interest rate outlook.
All right, let's head to the comments and read a little bit of this. Let's see. In recent weeks, investors have become concerned that NVIDIA has simply come too far, too fast, and they are wondering whether the hectic pace of AI adoption could continue. NVIDIA answer that question with a astounding yes. But given the stock's parabolic gains, blockbuster results, they simply weren't enough. I'm still looking for companies to make additions to my 350K portfolio to boost performance. Here for ideas. Okay, so let's see. I'm just skimming through. His recession indicators have been flashing red for some years. So these people have no idea. They act like nothing's going to happen. No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Okay? It's a snowball effect, you know? It's not going to happen just off of one incident. No, it's going to be an accumulation of things. All right, domino effect. It's definitely, man, it's definitely, a lot of things are happening, all right, worldwide, A lot of things are happening worldwide, man. All right, from riots to the stock market, there's war in the Middle East, all right? So a lot of things are happening, and it's all prophecy, okay? See, these people I just by the comments, they're in denial, all right? These people are definitely in denial. I foresee a recession lasting a while, and if inflation continues to surge, the Federal Reserve will likely raise interest rates again. Inflation is causing various issues worldwide, such as food shortages, scarcities of diesel and heating fuel, and significant spikes in housing prices, leading to a potential financial market crash. This global downturn could have long-lasting repercussions. Given the current inflation rate and market crash, my main worry is to how to optimize my savings and retirement fund, which has remained stagnant at around $300,000, yielding almost no gains for quite some time, boo. Hey, my best advice is take that money out, man, and just go live your life. All right, but yeah, he's right about that. Inflation is causing various issues worldwide, and it's happening worldwide, man. These inflations, I believe it was happening in, Nigeria. They're rioting over there, So, hey, this is a worldwide thing, This is a worldwide plan to cause a worldwide economic collapse. Because again, these elites have an agenda, and ultimately that agenda is what the MOTB, to shit the masses. All right, that's it, But the elect won't take it. All right, and the Lord's gonna protect His elect, feed them, clothe them, give them drink. All right, they're gonna be all right, Let's see what else. He has been singing the same tune for 20 years. See, these people are very in denial. That's not they're but scriptures say, how's it go? Salaki, roughly paraphrasing it. In a time of safety, peace and safety. All right. Basically they're gonna be caught off guard, man. Okay. Ultimately, that's when when the Lord returns. All right, but you can also apply that to when this place crashes. All right. When this place crashes, these people are going to be caught off guard. Okay? When that chip comes, they're going to be caught off guard. All right? When World War III hits, they're going to be caught off guard, even though the whole world sees what's going on in the Middle East. But these people act like nothing's going to happen. Nothing bad will ever happen to America. All right? And these distractions, well, yeah, these bread and circuses keep them distracted, Man, yeah, there's no planning, Tatiana. Recessions are an unavoidable part of the economic cycle. All you can do is prepare for them and plan accordingly. I graduated into a slump 2009, right? That's when the recession started, around 2008. My first job after graduating from college was an aerial acrobat on cruise ships. Today, I work as a VP for a global corporation, own 3 rental properties, invest in stocks and businesses, run my own company, and I increased my net worth by 500K in the last 4 years. Well, I mean, in the worldly sense, that's very good. It's very good. That's very lucrative. But you're not going to survive this one, because this is going to be the end all be all. All right, these elites are going to crash this place. Okay. And again, they're going to try to implement their new world order. but it's going to come to no avail. Job, the 5th chapter, all right? You know, how the Lord's going to, you know, destroy this man's enterprise, all right? His whole plans, he's going to just throw like a monkey wrench in there. You know, it's not going to come to fruition, okay? So, you know, I just want to end it off there, all right? Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, all right? Give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rachah HaKodash, and divine honor some other apostles of Great Millstone, all right? And peace and salutations to the hopeful members of the elect. Shalom.